Good afternoon, traders. It is Thursday, September 25th, 2014, and the U.S. stock market is closed. Hey, what's going on? You know, yesterday we had a rally in the Dow of over 150 points. I mean, if you looked at just the chart, you'd think, hey, this thing is absolutely taking off like a bird. And of course, what happened today, this thing turns around and it falls 264 points, completely erasing everything that it made yesterday and adding about 100 points to it, to the loss. Really big downside move. Now, I'm sitting here and watching this and well, what the heck is going on? And CNN has a little stock news blurb they put up, and I'm used to just looking at it to see, what the so-called experts are saying is happening with the market. And I noticed when I went there today, they're not trying to say anymore what is moving this market. I mean, who the heck knows what's moving this market? I mean, how do you explain 154 points up one day and then down over 260 the next? And nobody even wants to speculate as to what the fundamental reason is for this happening. And I tell you, what this says to me is, first of all, I mean, we've always known that these markets are manipulated. I mean, they are manipulated like you wouldn't believe. And somebody is pulling strings in the background here, and all we can say for sure is something big is going to happen. Now, the $64 question is, what are they pulling the strings for ahead of time of what is going to happen? And I am looking at this, and I even hate to speculate and put myself on camera and say what I think. But what if this is just a big game to make people think that this market can't go up anymore? And in truth, they want to wash out all the people who are long and then come in at lower prices and really take the thing up. I think that's a possibility, okay? But I will say it hasn't gone low enough for me. I mean, we broke 17,000 today on the Dow, which is really good. I'm glad to see it. I would love to see it drop to 16,000 and then really jump on the bull bandwagon here, but I don't know that it's going to do that. But I really would like to see this market fall a whole lot more. The thing we had yesterday was just a big fake fluff. You heard my video yesterday. You know that was my opinion. It put us in long 10 markets. And of course, if you're long 10 markets and you come in and the overall market drops 264 points, you're in trouble. Actually, I think we did better than I thought we would do. We did lose money. We lost $8,600, closed out on those 10 positions. But I think if you have 10 positions and you manage to get out with only $8,400 in loss, that's really not too bad. It could have been a whole lot worse. I mean, I could see some scenarios where having this market go up over 150 points one day and then dropping 260 next could result in $20,000, $30,000, even $40,000 in losses. We got out with $8,400 in losses, so I'm pretty happy about that. Believe it or not, with the Dow going down 264 points, we actually got in 3 new long positions. And if you want, this is hard to believe, we're positive. We actually have like $1,100 positive open trade equity on those 3 positions, and none of them look bad. So I'm not a bit nervous about those 3 positions we're holding, and I'm just praying that the Dow will continue its plunge, maybe drop another 200 points or even more. I mean, nothing would make me happier if that could happen tomorrow, but we'll just have to see. Anyway, let's take a look at the chart. Okay, we're looking at Dow Jones Industrial Average here, and if you want to see a confusing chart, this is it. We're starting here with the cat ears up here. These are all-time record highs. Never has the Dow been any higher than those levels up here. This is just a few days ago, and of course, getting up here, we made absolutely no money at all. In fact, we lost money, which is really weird. Then the Dow goes into this slide. 2 days down, we actually made just a little bit of money on this second down day, believe it or not. Now, normally you would expect that if you get into some positive positions here, and then we have the next day, which was yesterday, it goes up over 150 points, we'd make a lot of money. Nope, I'm sorry, we made a couple $1,000s, which really indicates a very weak market, and the likelihood that this thing we had yesterday was a big phony fluff ball, and that's exactly what it was. It turns around and just completely sells off today. Big time, honest to God, hard sell off here. 264 points, and it's closing on its low, which indicates we should get some more follow through tomorrow, and I hope so. I really think we will. I think I want to see blood in the streets here. I really want to see blood in the streets, and that is what's going to turn our trading around. It's not going to turn it around if it goes up from here. That'll just take us back up to the cat ears and all the problems we had there. So let's hope for a big down day tomorrow. We'll just have to see. Anyway, I will show you a couple of the other charts, but you know, we had just a couple positive things today. Nothing to write home about, but this was NBIX, which is Neuroprene Biosciences, and this market, by the way. Oh, I have 2 sets of software that I look at, and one of the sets of software actually got a buy in this market at the beginning of the year that made $48,000 on this trade. Had I taken it, it would have been the biggest trade of the year. Unfortunately, I was using the other set of software, and it had a profitable trade in this market, but not that big. But anyway, this is potentially a very profitable market, and it did exactly opposite of everything today, and we had gotten into this yesterday. It behaved pretty well, lower open, but then got up here, and we did take about $2,000 of NBIX today. So that was our one good market. And then as far as what we got into, we have just one good market of what we only got into 3 positions, but we got into auto butyl, and we're holding about $1,000 in that. And nothing spectacular here, but on a day that the Dow is dropping 260 plus points, it's really phenomenal that we had any decent trades at all. Anyway, I'm not happy about closing out $8,000 and losing trades, but I am happy about the Dow dropping 260 points and getting below 17,000 again. So this is Trader Bob. We'll just have to see what happens. I'll see you tomorrow on Friday.